So here's his trailer. I wet sandblasted it some time ago, and the weather's been kind of crappy. Well, yesterday I pressure washed it again with a zero degree rotating nozzle, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it here today. Going to use this SEM product called Rust Shield. SEM Rust Shield. I'm certainly going to put that on the bottom. I'm going to put it on the top also. It's really hot out here today. It's going to be like over 90 in the afternoon. It's already 11 o'clock. It's high humidity, but I got to get this thing painted. I just can't wait forever. So I'm over here trying to prepare this trailer. I'm not that worried about the rust, and I'm not that worried. I'm not trying to get down to bare metal. I just want to get it so that the paint's going to stick to it. I'm going to paint it with this SEM Rust Shield, so it'll take care of all the rust, but I want to make sure that it's going to stick. And this diamond plate's really kind of nasty because, you know, trying to get it scratched up in all the grooves. See, it's still shiny over here. But over in this area, I've hit it with a water pressure washer with some sandblasting going on. You can see the sand on the ground over here. Basically, I got a pretty decent compressor up there in the garage up there with a big tank. Actually, the compressor's got its own tank, and then there's another big tank that's probably that big, and I'm actually going through a refrigerated dryer to dry the air. So basically, what's going on, here's an old Harbor Freight sandblaster, and this is not science, this is not technique. All I know is that when I was up there at the high point trying to use the wand, the sand is not going to get siphoned up with that little stupid wand. I even tried to put the bucket on top of the tire, and I wasn't getting good results, so I decided to drag this thing out. And basically, all I've got is the amount of sand coming out the nozzle if I put air pressure here. So as soon as I put air here, there's going to be constant sand coming out the end of this nozzle over here. Okay, and then I'll start my pressure washer, and then I can add water to it. So first thing I'm going to do is start the pressure washer here. Let me see here, where we got to pull it over here. Okay. So you can see if somebody wanted to get it down to bare metal, they could. Okay, and basically I'm just not trying to do that. All I want to do is have it so the paint's going to stick to it. So there's no need for me to go through bags and bags of cement and hours trying to get it sandblasted right down to the metal, because it's a utility trailer. I just want to put paint on it, I want it to stick, and that's it. Because obviously if you come and you look at other areas where I haven't, it's wet now so it's hard to tell, but it's still shiny, and I'm afraid the paint would not stick over here. So that's the goal. So anyway, hope this video helps, and have a good day. Okay, so here's this car trailer. I got 2 or 3 coats of SEM Rust Shield, which almost dries instantly. Certainly it flashes fast. And I followed it up with a wet coat of Rust-Oleum. The SEM, they specifically state, is not good for UV, even though the bottom of the trailer isn't going to have UV rays. I thought, since I had some extra Rust-Oleum at the time, and since the SEM was kind of flat, I just thought I would go ahead and spray the bottom with some Rust-Oleum also. So basically, here's the bottom of the trailer. Okay, I didn't worry about the axles. I've got some new axles that are going to be coming soon. Here is the top side of the trailer. I'm not that concerned with perfection. Okay, I was concerned with simply getting a good preventative, something that's going to keep this trailer looking nice, because it's a 2015 trailer. It's now 2021. There was some areas that I was concerned with, especially underneath. The underneath never had good paint on it from the day it came, since the day I bought it. But look at this now, huh? Pretty darn nice. I had issues over here. This has been pitted over here. Okay, there was some rust that was taking place on the back of the trailer, and I wanted to get that coated. Also on the inside of the back, we got all up in here, this back rail, you can see the pitting and stuff, and that's what's the concern. It was that I knew that I wanted to get this trailer coated so that it wasn't going to continue to deteriorate, because the steel is still very strong, and I want this trailer to last me a long time, or whoever's going to own it. So very pleased with the outcome. The Fenders I have not gotten to yet. Okay, I have everything I could deal with. I did sandblast these or wet blast them, and obviously there's some rust that took place over here and deteriorated some of the metal. I'm going to go ahead and paint these. The insides, I don't know if you can see way back there. Let's see, because it's kind of in the back. The inside of the fenders has definitely got some rust on it. As mentioned, I didn't do anything with this yesterday because it was so hot. And also, I still need to finish the ramps. But I need to get this trailer back lying flat. And I figure this is an easy job for another day, is to be able to just go ahead and get some SEM. I have enough left. I've got almost a gallon left. And then go ahead and put that some more of that Rust-Oleum on top. So anyway, that's the project. Just wanted to give an update. So today, just going to paint the outside of the frame all the way around. Going to paint the inner fenders. Going to paint the ramps. These are all ready to go. Have cleaned up the inside and the outside. Got this over here ready to go. Took out all the lights. Taped off the couple things I didn't want to paint. This had a little ding in it. I just pulled it out a little bit. Got the inside of the ramps ready to go. So I just need to clean them up. Need to put some plastic over the top. Tape it off a little bit. And I'm going to paint this. Going to use that SEM rust shield. Here we go. It's over here. Sorry about all the turning around. This stuff dries so fast. It's unbelievable. I tried to brush some on. I was thinking I was just going to brush this. I put some on over here, and it was dry before the paintbrush even left the metal. So I'm going to just go ahead and spray it. It flashes real fast. And then for anything that's going to be exposed to sun, I'm going to follow it up with the Rust-Oleum on top. So this trailer should be done here sometime. Paint it today anyway. Regarding this trailer, I've got new axles. I've got new brakes, new bearings. I've also repaired these fenders. Welded in that new piece of sheet metal that's on the inner fender. Put some seam sealer along the seam, both inside and out. Cleaned up the inside of the fender. So you got both fenders fixed. I'm expecting today the top of the trailer and the bottom of the trailer has already been painted. I've did some repair work on a couple of these, on any place that got dinged up. Not that one, but some of the places. And I've got new lights to go on. I welded these D-links on the side. But you see, my problem is, I guess I got this quality issue, and I've always got to like do everything so freaking good. Well, I don't know. You know, I mean, I just need to get this painted. I bought this 20 by 25 4mm plastic, and I only rolled out like whatever it is, like 8 feet or 7.5 feet, whatever it is, and I cut off the 25. So I only used a small portion of the roll, maybe a third of it, and this is good enough. As I mentioned, the bottom is painted, the top is painted. So I've got this tape down over here. I've got it all sanded up, and I'm ready to paint here. I need to get this done. It looks good. I mean, you know, you could keep going and going and going forever. You know, this is not some historic museum piece. This is an auto trailer that I just want to get some nice paint on. So this is going to be good enough. These fenders, as I mentioned, look at that, brand new inner fenders, all with seam sealer and everything. This is like ready to go. I'm going to paint this stuff. I'm going to put the SEM rust shield on as a base coat, and then I'm coming on top with the Rust-Oleum for anything that's going to hit, that's going to be exposed to the sun. So here we go. Okay, just a couple other things to point out. I'm using a cheap Harbor Freight gun. I bought those for like $8.99 or whatever when they used to be on sale. Now they're like $12.99, you know, with new everyday low prices. But for the first time ever, I bought this little stand. It was like 12 bucks. Even if I only use the thing once, because I'm tired of the HVLP gun like falling over and stuff. So I'm hoping I can just like set it in here, fill it from the top. I'm sure it'll last more than one time. But anyway, I just want an easy way to fill a gun. Because in the past, you know, you try to prop it up and the next thing you know, it's falling over, and I don't want to deal with that. So anyway, here, I'll show you the gun I'm using here. There's a box over here somewhere. I used to buy these things like crazy because they're like disposable. So here we go, the Central Pneumatic. I brought down 2 because I think I stole a spring out of one and I wanted to make sure I had all the parts. But this is ready to go. I got the gun, took it apart, and I'm soaking it because they pack them with some kind of grease or something so that it's going to be clean. Gonna put it together, gonna dump in that SEM, and gonna start spraying. Okay, so here it is after putting some paint on it. This was boogered up a little bit. Somebody had hit me over there some time back. There's a couple of runs, but boy, I'll tell you what, you know, it's got a nice coat of paint on there. There's multiple coats of that SEM rust shield, okay, and there's a couple coats of Rust-Oleum put on top of that. I'm pretty darn pleased. I touched up a couple places over here because it was still wet and I had needed to put my mower on it when I did the deck. But you know, I'm more concerned with having good protection from the elements. Look at that fender, huh? Came out pretty nice. So that's just set in place there. Look at this, huh? Way to go. So, like a new trailer.